And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a beautiful, super lioness of the savannah, Mrs. Patience Madlion. She's the latest director here at IMMERI, and she is Nigeria's first female director who just received not just the keys to her car, but her brand new ML Benz. And she said her second car in IMMERI should be something you may want to take a look at on my status. And ladies and gentlemen, this lady has earned over $100,000 in just 1 year in IMMERI. So permit me to say, if it is possible with Lioness, my big sister, it is possible with all the ladies on the call. And I want you to pay attention as we bring her on the call to share her amazing story of her journey here at IMMERI, her fire, her passion, her commitment, her willingness, and all. I don't have the capacity to bring her up on the call, so I will hand over this session to our very own mentor, Brian Louis, to bring her on, and you can hear live from the horse's mouth. Thank you. Please stay with us.
Wow, amazing energy, Mr. Latubai. Thank you so much for blessing this call. You know, I always enjoy hearing your passion, your commitment towards not just the team, but our entire company. Thank you for all that you do for all of us here at IMMERI, blazing the way, as Mr. Austin Noli has said, an icon in leadership here at IMMERI. Thank you so much, Mr. Latubai. And so indeed, now I have the honor and the privilege to bring to our Super Saturday. I'm so excited to bring to all of our guests and all of our members the lioness of the savannah, Mrs. Patience Madlion. Mrs. Patience Madlion, can you unmute your mic? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh wow, I'm wearing pink. I'm wearing pink in your honor. I remember when we met for the very first time. I remember seeing this lovely lady walking towards me, and it was just an awesome time. I'm so grateful to have come to know you. You know, I'm one of your biggest fans. You know, I admire you.
I feel honored. I feel very honored.
Thank you so much for being here for our Super Saturday. We're all very excited.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Honestly, it's an honor, complete honor for me to be here for the second time. I see this place as the what they call it in the rockstar world. This is the top, the zest of our IMMERI presentation.
Wow.
This is an awesome place to be. Yeah.
Wow. We're so honored. We're so honored. You know, the amazing thing here about IMMERI is I'm seeing all of the growth. I'm seeing all of the success. And it is so exciting for me to invite people into this environment. And, you know, with personalities like you, personalities like our first seed, Mr. Jonas Bigbador, our first one-star director, Mr. Daniel Sekpe, you know, Prince Eric Cujo, and of course, Dr. John Mukuro, the people that are leading the charge. You know, when I look at your personalities, and I look at what you're doing for others, you know, it's such an environment that is inviting. I have no reservation at all in welcoming people into this environment. And so I want to thank you for laying that foundation for hundreds of thousands of others to come. Please just share a few words before I ask you a few questions today. Please share a few words just for some of the guests. Welcome our guests and our members to our call.
Okay. Hello everyone. Like you know, as I've been introduced, I am Patience Madlion, but I'm popularly known as Lioness of the Savannah. I inherited this name from my husband, who was called the Lion of the Savannah. And I want to say I'm so excited, and beyond excitement, I am so blessed to be in IMMERI at this point. You know, when you were talking and when Mr. Adinoli was talking, he talked about momentum, he talked about when the business just starts. I am just lucky to be among those that didn't overanalyze, because it's with most of us. I've been into network marketing since 2002 as a corper, and I've been burned several times. And so it is just normal for you to just tell yourself that you want to know, that I want to think about it, I want to pray about it, you can say so many things to yourself. At the end of the day, you lose the opportunity. And like the ending phrase of our presentation slide in IMMERI, it says, opportunity is never lost. Somebody else will take the one that you missed. So I am so excited that I was able to jump on the train when the train was just starting, and I was opportune also to be able to give my all. So I didn't hesitate to like give my all. Mm-hmm. And whatever you see today, like I said, it is completely deliberate. There was no luck in it. There was no coincidence in it. It's completely deliberate. It's complete hard work, complete so many hours of not, refusing to give up. Even when you see people that are coming on board IMMERI right now, you might find it a lot easier than us. Because at the point where we joined IMMERI was not known at all in Nigeria. The compensation plan was foreign to everybody, including me. So it was so difficult. People didn't even believe you when you said this and say that. So at the end of the day, we had to break the ground. So you that you're coming now, I don't see you having any excuse whatsoever not to exceed, not to even surpass what we have done, and within given a shorter period of time. It took us this long because we had to dig and dig and dig and dig. But now that we are here, I expect that everybody on this call or in IMMERI right now should be blazing as fast as possible, because it is the foundations have already been laid. Wow. Thank you so much for having me, and I am ready for every question that you want to throw at me. I am completely ready, and I'm supercharged. This is a super Saturday, so I am supercharged.
Awesome.
For whatever questions you're going to give.
I usually would send the questions to our guests before, but I deliberately withheld them.
I know, I am ready. I'm ready.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. So you said something amazing there, that you and so many others were really the groundbreakers, the pioneers who really had to pay a price. And people look at the people who lay the foundation in the beginning, and they say things like, you know what, you were there in the beginning. There's no reason why you wouldn't be successful because you were there early. My first question to you is, were there other people that were around earlier, the early days with you, that are no longer here at IMMERI?
Okay, so I of course there are so many of them like that. Some are still in IMMERI, but they have not moved forward from where they were from beginning. Some have moved on to other networks, and it's all about consistency. I say it and I say it all the time. It's all about consistency. You have to be consistent. Just because it is not working out the first 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, doesn't mean it will work out. So I tell people all the time, for me, it's a do or die. It has to work. And so because I have that mindset, and I have groomed my mentality to suit that purpose, that it must work, I have pushed and pushed until I'm where I am today. So many of them has given up. So many of them along the way have they had not given up completely, but they have jumped into several other businesses. At the end of the day, you don't have the best of any of them because you are not giving your best to all of them, to any of them. So that is what so many people have moved, but yes. I'm here for I'm here for the long haul.
Awesome, because we have many guests. As always, I get so many messages. Kitan, She has Dami on here, Dami Olowoyo. I hope I got that right. And Anne is here. I'm still wrapping my tongue around the names. You know, there are people that are starting now and they're thinking, okay, I should have started earlier. I have spoken to someone just yesterday, brand new prospect, and I'm telling him our company got started 1 year ago in Nigeria, 18 months in Africa in total, and he still is telling me I should have gotten in earlier, and because it's so late, I'm not going to get started. And I couldn't understand that thinking. For the guests that are on here about to make their decision, their brand new decision, compare their journey to yours. Very quickly for me, what do you see as when you have somebody brand new, the beginning of their journey as opposed to what was your journey?
Okay, so what I will tell you, what I can say to that person or whoever is listening to me that is feeling that the journey has started a long time before. One, we are not even launched in Nigeria yet. Two, we are over 200 million Nigerians and we're just 8,000 in IMMERI. Three, the IMMERI synergistic board plan is not a binary board system. You can come on board today and become a manager tomorrow. It doesn't respect it doesn't respect when the day you came into the business. I've seen people come into the business that same day they become executives. Mm-hmm. So it is not about the day you come into the because there's this mentality that people have that once a networking business comes, the initial people are the ones that enjoy. Okay, let me blow your mind. In IMMERI, everybody that comes wins. It is synergistic board that made it so simple that you can come on board today and become whatever you want to become. It doesn't matter if you're just joining or not. It doesn't really matter. It's even better for you now because the ground has been broken. The ground has been, everybody we've done the hard work for you. Yes. So you come on board right now, and out of the other 200 and how many million that is still waiting?
202 million people. Just in Nigeria alone.
Just in Nigeria alone. And we have Ghana, and then you have, as I tell people every day, the whole world is a global market. It's a global market. You don't keep yourself, don't box yourself into a country or into a state or into a local government or into a city. Don't box yourself in. Open up spread your seeds as wide as possible. Spread out. Cover all areas. Who knows? You can get somebody from Russia and the company will go to Russia and go and set up for you.
Wow.
So it doesn't have to be within your country at all. I have a team in Tanzania. I have never been to Tanzania. I have a team in Cameroon. I have never been to Cameroon. So if I followed the trend as to it didn't just came and all that, or I want to take a position. I always say take a position fire. There's nothing like taking position in IMMERI. You can take a position today and you remain on that position forever. And the person that came in tomorrow, came in the next day, would move faster than you. So it doesn't really matter.
Wow. Thank you. Fire. Another question that I have for you. Let me take you back to because you told me the story yourself when we met for the first time, but we did it over breakfast, and I want you to just share just a little bit of the day that you saw IMMERI and you saw the plan and you understood that you make more money, almost 100% of your money when you were to just do the retail alone. Go back to when you saw the IMMERI opportunity for the first time and identify what the first thing that struck you about our compensation plan.
Okay, at the point where I was introduced to IMMERI, I had gotten my fingers burnt in the previous company, and I was really reluctant to join another company. But I also needed another source of income because I had just lost my husband. I have 3 kids to take care of. So I needed, my other source of income was the farm. I'm a farmer. But unfortunately for me, the same insecurity that claimed my husband also has its hold, like a base around my farm. So I couldn't also go back to the farm like I am supposed to. I tried to get back on, but it was not working the way it's supposed to. So someone introduced me to IMMERI, and I looked at the plan, and I felt it's not possible. It's not possible. How can you give me so much? I mean, I just come on board and I'm earning so much. It's not possible. So I took a flight. I went to Lagos to listen to the plan. And then when first they took me through the product, I was excited about the product. The product is good. But okay, I'm an Igbo woman. I came to make money. How many products am I going to sell to make so much money? Well, okay, very good, awesome. So if I'm registered in the 296,000 naira package, you're giving me a product worth 406,000 naira. That is not a joke. That means at that point, I can sell those products and get back my money 100% and still have a profit of over 50% or less than 50% profit on the money I invested. That was completely awesome for me. That was where I felt, okay, I'm good. Because the truth is that most of us that got our fingers burnt, we had companies that didn't really have a physical product. And then you just keep selling virtual things on the air. And you don't. So I needed a physical product that I can sell and then make my money back and get a profit from it. Then still move. And then when they finished the product thing, I was like, okay, I was happy that, so I paid 296. I get 406. Like I get my money back. That's awesome. But then after the compensation plan, when I listened to the compensation plan, from the associates board, I had already also gotten back my money. About 230, I've gotten my money like 200% or 250%. Because I've gotten my money back from the product sales, plus 100,000 naira profit. Then I come again on the board and I get about 230,000 naira again from the board. At that point, I couldn't even sit anymore. I was standing and they asked me to sit. And they were like, sit, we have not gone to the part where you will stand. So I sat down again. Then we go to the executive. I will go to the executive, Yusuf from Ghana. He was not talking, and I said on the executive, the least amount you earn is about 2-something million naira. Before you come, I was like, excuse me, 2.5 million naira. After I've gotten like 250% from my profit, from the initial capital I invested. And he said, yes. I stood up again. I kept standing up and sitting down. I stood up and sitting down as if I was. So he now finished the 2.5. I was like, after I have gotten 250%, I'll get 2.5 million naira as an executive before I become a manager. He said, yes. I said, you are in trouble. IMMERI is in trouble now. Then he said, from the manager level to director, I'll earn 23 million naira. I almost passed out. I was like, I don't ask Yusuf. I don't Yusuf, come. See, this is between me and you. We are Africans and we are black. Forget about this. Are you sure that I will make 23 million naira when I become between manager and the director? He said, yes. People have made it. You have seen them. Yes. That's fine. Okay. That is where I said, wow. I'm registering. So I registered immediately. But I didn't stop there. I just felt something was, this thing is too good to be true. It's too good to be real. I mean, how possible is that? And so I took a flight to China because I didn't have a Malaysian visa. So I took a flight to China because I was like, these people might just come and do us, you know what, in Nigeria we call something boju, as in, how do they say, hide and seek? Is it hide and seek or something? Just do you like something like that? And yes. Then they might not be that strong in their home country. They could just come to Nigeria and make us feel as if everything is rosy and all that, and then we bring people on board, and they will run away. Yeah. Even though I know it's not possible because they had invested so much in the office and so much in the training and so much in the product registration and all that. But I still wanted to convince myself 100% that if I bring people on board, the business will be sustainable to keep them. So I went to China. And as the CEO heard that I was coming to China, he flew in from Malaysia to see me. The first thing I asked him, I said, after greeting him and all that, I said, sir, this money can you pay, sir? I said, please, can you pay? Can you pay all this money? He said, oh, yeah. I said, sir, no, listen, we are over 200 million Nigerians. That if 1 million comes into IMMERI, do you know if we get 1 million gets to between manager and director, Do you know that, sir? It will be 23 million times 1 million people. Can you pay that? And he looked at me and like, he said, see, we chose to revisionize network marketing. That we had just changed the rules in network marketing. That they had just decided to like give the distributor 70% and they take 30%. And that it is more blessed to give than to receive. I just told him that end of story. This is where it ends. Don't worry. And that is how IMMERI for me became my mantra. Yeah. As I sleep IMMERI, I eat IMMERI, I wake. In short, if you're not talking IMMERI, you are boring to me. You have to be talking about IMMERI or about how to make money. Wow. And that is how, yeah.
Wow. You know, I heard our first scene, Mr. Jonas Vigbodo, he said something today, and I think this is a phrase that I will use, you know, for people to understand the comp plan. Because some people, when I share the comp plan with them, I do presentations daily. And when I share the comp plan, some of them come back to me and they say, Brian, it's not real. There's nothing like this in the industry. And I tell them, and I'm gonna take this away from Mr. Jonas Vigbodo. He says that IMMERI has come to take the tears of the industry away. And
absolutely.
I love the way that you put that, because it's true. So many people, you know, when I share IMMERI with them, they go into that analysis paralysis. They go into this realm of thinking that there's something up in there. You know, and so it's just so awesome hearing you say that. Okay, so I have one more very important question, right? And I'm getting messages. Mr. Austin Noli, he has Miriam, he has Chidina, he has Priska, he has I think he has people from his last presentation, Dr. Mrs. Umudi, Mrs. Kandare, I hope, and Victoria, many other people. I get so many messages of guests that are on here enjoying this presentation. I have guests on here. I have Victor, and I can't remember the other person's name. Ebenezer has Sonia. My question to you, to the Lioness of the Savannah, how does it feel driving your brand new Mercedes-Benz paid for by your commissions and paid for by IMMERI? How does that feel?
You know, it still feels very surreal to me, honestly. I this morning I woke up and I wanted to just go pick something. No, I didn't even want to pick something. I just wanted to get into the car and just drive. So I just got up, got my son. My son is the car freak, and so I just told him, oh, let's go. He would wake me up and say, let's go warm the car. And then we went and warmed the car, and then I was like, okay, let's just drive to the gate. And then it's so soft, it's so sleek, it's so soft. I mean, you don't even know you're driving a car. You know, I'm so used to, I'm a farmer, like I told you. I'm used to truck, and I'm used to like heavy. Okay, anyway, I had some heavy machines and all that. But this is so sweet. This is like, you know, driving my own personal sweat. Every car I had driven before in the past were bought for me by my husband. So, but this is the first time I'm like buying a car from my own sweat. Wow. Everything in this car is from IMMERI. Wow. There was no money from any other source. Every penny came from IMMERI for this car. So it feels so, I feel so validated, because I have this slogan that I've been saying for over 1 year, that IMMERI must pay my bills.
Yes.
I feel so validated. I feel I just feel that I am doing what I'm supposed to do, and I have achieved what I was supposed to. Whatever all the work I put in has, you know, been paid back.
Yes.
That is how I feel. I feel very excited about it. Yeah. And I keep thanking IMMERI. I just keep thanking them. I can't stop thanking them, the corporate, because they make it so easy. I mean, I was saying something to somebody recently. A friend of mine posted over 3 months ago that she won a car or got a car in her business. And then we all celebrated her. And then I posted mine recently. We didn't have in this, and my pictures of my car already there. But the pictures of her own car just came out like yesterday. Since 3 months or how many months ago that we celebrated her that she had got a car. So that means that probably their own system was of getting that car. You could get a car by by qualification, and you don't get the physical car. But I got my qualification. I was under pressure to pick a car. My vice president was pressurizing me, pick a car, we need to pick a car. At the time I had to go to my group and say, I am confused. I don't know what car to pick now. Because they were ready to give you the car and they were ready to celebrate you. So the company is genuine, 110%. It's completely genuine.
Oh, amazing. And you know, when I talk to guests, when I speak to people, when I'm sharing the opportunity, they ask me, okay, what is the work? What is the work? And I tell them the work is sharing IMMERI. That's the work. That's the work. Following a system, following a 5-step duplicable system. It's just following a system and teaching people that system. That's it. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. Just open your mouth and just tell the story.
Absolutely.
Let me do it for you. Just push them in front of me and I'll tell the story. And that is the work. And the result is for you, a brand new Mercedes-Benz.
And you know, it's a lot, even a lot easier. In IMMERI, it's a lot easier. It's not like other networks that you have to like slave so much to move. As you are talking, another person is talking, your board is filling up. It might not even fill up from you. Let me give you an instance. My distributor, there was a board I just closed recently. It's called Meme 123. As an allied executive on that board, we just got up and woke up. We got up one morning. Free radicals. I call them free radicals because she didn't even know where they were coming from. We don't landing on her board. Out of 8 spaces, she only did 2 on that board to qualify as a manager. Wow. So it is not about your effort alone. It's an effort of everybody. I mean, that is why when anybody calls me in any team or anywhere to come and talk about IMMERI, I gladly talk about IMMERI because I don't even know where that person is going to land. So it is not a tree thing, a generation thing. It's a complete synergistic plan that makes it so easy. So all you need to do is just talk and enjoy talking. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Develop passion for IMMERI and talk about it as though your life depended on it. Talk freely. That is all I tell people. I don't know why it is difficult, but I tell people that it's not difficult for me as far as I'm concerned. Because you attract what you think.
Yes.
That is the truth. You attract what you think. So if you think it is difficult, then it becomes difficult.
It's true.
But if you think that, oh, I'm going to talk to 10 people, and out of these 10 people, I'm going to get some prospects, some registered members, it will happen for you. So that is just it.
Wow. Mrs. Patience Madlion, thank you so much. We could go on and on and on and on. I have so many other questions to ask you, but we're going to save it for another time when you become a brand new diamond. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know diamond is done. It's just a matter of continuing to help every single person, just as you are helping many of the guests that are on here to make their decision to be a part of IMMERI. You're helping to re-energize many of our members. You certainly have re-energized me, if that is at all possible, towards really doing things towards our amazing company. Thank you so much.
I told you that there's no gentleman in the jungle, Mr. Brian. I told you that there's no gentle in IMMERI. There's no gentleman. We are gentle people by profession, but there's no gentleman. We're in that jungle. We are going to slug it out. I need to celebrate you as fast as possible.
It's coming. Have no fear. It's coming. Thank you again so much. We honor you. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for being the first female director in IMMERI, Nigeria. We celebrate.
Yeah, you can make it happen. I mean, I tell everybody, see, there's nothing you can't do once you set your mind to do. There is nothing. Nobody should be able to stop you. You should be able to I don't know how to say it. Why is it so difficult? I set your mind right, set your mindset right, and then you get it done. It doesn't take anything. You get it done. Yeah.
Awesome. Amazing.
So to all the ladies in the house,
Yes.
You have no excuse because we are incubators. Whatever you give us, we multiply, we duplicate. It's in our nature, it's inherent in us. So there's no excuse whatsoever. I'm expecting so many ladies as directors, as one star, as diamonds, as fast as possible. I mean, who are the men now? Now we they use the virgin, now we they use the virgin, now we they sell the virgin. So why are you not moving? I don't get it. Why are you not moving? So I need all of us to, don't mind me, Mr. If you allow me, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Well, before we cut to the next slide, when I first got started in IMMERI, I told Mr. Latuboy, I'm sure she remembers this conversation. I said, what I would love to see is more women taking the elite positions here at IMMERI and not be led by men. In this industry, the men take the highest positions.
I don't understand it. Where is all the ladies in Ghana, where are they? In Nigeria, we're taking over. They call John Mukoro. They said John Mukoro is blessed among women because all his people are women.
Yes.
We're taking over in Nigeria.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'll be there doing everything I can because that's what I love to see. I love empowering women, and I want to see all of the women take over all of the leadership ranks here at IMMERI, and I'm working towards that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Patience Madlion, the Lioness of Savannah. Thank you for being a part of our Super Saturday here at IMMERI. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what are we saying? We are saying here at IMMERI that if it's happening for us, it can happen for you, without a doubt. So simply make a decision. Your decision is as easy as 1, 2, 3. So don't miss out on the opportunity to position yourself in front of this massive, massive shift in wealth. Make a decision and get started today. IMMERI has put a system in place that allows us to leverage on the company. You see, you can now expose this opportunity to others every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday via our corporate Zoom line. You can also be trained via our member orientation program that occurs every Thursday, and a leadership training that we have at 2 p.m. Nigeria time on every Saturday. So again, head over to IMMERIgrowthuniversity.com and you will see all of the events that are taking place. And so please make a decision, get back to the person who invited you to our Super Saturday event and say yes. Set yourself on the right path to freedom. Freedom in your finances and freedom to spend more time with your loved ones. See you at our next online IMMERI seminar on Tuesday at 7 p.m. And now I'm just going to invite Mr. Latuboy to again join us and to please recognize some of the amazing people that are here with us this evening, as well as to close out our call. Mr. Latuboy.
Thank you very much. Wow, I feel like getting started all over again. When you listen to the presentation and you listen to Lioness, you feel like, what? Let me sit up again. And that's what just happened this evening. And I believe even registered members are feeling the same. And to our guests, there couldn't be a better time to get started in IMMERI than now. We have leveled up the foundation for you. We've made all the mistakes. We've seen all that we didn't get it right. And this time we're ready to share with you the best way to get it done. Thank you, Lioness, for making our Super Saturday a super one. And to my mentor, to Mr. Austin, and to myself, what a great job we're doing here. Let me quickly appreciate and acknowledge the presence of our one-star director, Reverend Daniel Kudjo Sekpe. And I can see Mr. Kolenus Yao Habada, blessings. And our one-star Niger director, Dr. John Mukoro. And I also have J Mama of Life, Mrs. Joy Ayawe, our elite manager. And we have other top leaders. I have my very own powerful sister, Mrs. Alheri Lawrence Mooks. And of course, I can see great leaders. We have Mr. Williams Dogo, We have the Crypto King, Clementina Milaham. We have our own engineer, Sadiq Machika, and our great prof of IMMERI, Mr. Akin Barreto. Congratulations again, sir, for becoming a manager and, of course, for producing a very strong team. Congratulations also to your wife, Mrs. Adejumoke Barreto. We have our brother from Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Ralph Johnson, and I have seen that Lioness have set him so on fire. And to our own Mr. Austin Nolly, thank you. Oleru Mary, thank you for being here. A.A. Laria, Abigail, Abiodun Rufus, Adenike Owolabi, Agnes Sadiq, Mr. Albert Akun, Babalola Bosede Deborah. We have a black diamond in the house, and we have Blessing Bidogo, Bose Olafisoye, my sister Caroline Matthew. We have our Chami, Christine Ipeme, Chuku Daniel. We have DB Dot Attractions. We have another diamond in the house. We have Dibor Ehis. We have AKJ. Esther on the line, Esther Jeremiah Abodu, Fola Kemi, Fola Shade Mustafa. Wow! One of our latest elite managers in the house, the Kukang of Africa, another firebrand. We have Ifiok Ufot IMMERI to the world. We have our own Mr. Jamal Eleza. We have Jamila Ale, Jessica Okoro. We have Kofi Asare. We have Lady Julia. And our first lady of Niger, Mrs. Linda Mukoro, elite manager loading. We have McPherson and my good friend, powerful leader, Maro. And I know this time he's back with fire. We have Mawuse Dajo, my beast, Oscar Holly, Philip Duque Ketuko, my prince, Prince Solomon. And we have Princess Daisy, Sonia, Teresa, Tolupe, Onasanya. We have Tonya, Toshiba, Wilhelmina Aqua, and my own Ergata Empire. Hey, we got Z Mama in the house. Zainab Adamu, Evans Agboza, Galaxy A5. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, a powerful leader, a very strong doctor, all the way from South Africa, our own Mr. Wiseman. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the evening. We look forward to having you on Tuesday, 7 p.m., Thursday, 7 p.m., and our next Super Saturday, we will try and improve on the attendance because we had a lot of guests who couldn't join. So we look forward to having you. Please get started and get started right now. Thank you, Mr. Brian.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Latubais. You did a roll call. That's what I call a roll call for all of our amazing guests and our members. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we draw a close. We draw the curtain down on our Super Saturday. What an amazing week this was. You know, this was a tremendous week. It was win after win. We saw the first elite manager, you know, Pastor Naf Trinidad, of the Philippines, you know, take the trip that he's entitled to. We had so many wins. We saw Mrs. Patience Madlion receive the keys to her brand new Mercedes-Benz. And so as we draw our amazing call to a close, I want to encourage all of our guests to become a part of our amazing team and family. Get back to the person that invited you and become a part of a movement that can change your life and the lives of so many others to come. And so on behalf of Mr. Austin Nolly, on behalf of Mr. Latubai and our amazing Mrs. Patience Madlion, we say here at IMMERI, stay happy and stay simple. Have an enjoyable weekend and an amazing, amazing week ahead. Good night.